Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. This is your Z107.7 Local News for Saturday, June 21st, 2025. Public lands are a privilege that we high desert dwellers get to enjoy down here on a pretty frequent basis, even if we don't physically set foot in them day to day. The southern border of Joshua Tree and much of the basin is made up of Joshua Tree National Park, nearly 800,000 acres of protected desert land. But unless you're very lucky in your land ownership, the national park probably isn't in your backyard per se, but other public lands in the basin might be. Sunfair Dry Lake, the Desert View Conservation Area, the Homestead Valley, and even the Friendly Hills neighborhood of Joshua Tree are all adjacent to BLM lands that are slated to be sold in a Senate bill that could see over 3 million acres of public lands managed by the BLM and U.S. Forest Service go up for sale to private interests. The sell-off of public lands would also include over $267 million in proposed cuts to the National Park Service. A map with the potential public land parcels and their locations in the Morongo Basin is available at this story on our website. Following the federal laws that are calling for these types of alarming public land sales can be difficult. However, the Mojave Desert Land Trust have been releasing a policy wrap-up email at the end of most weeks, walking through some of the laws and legislation that affect public land use. A bipartisan public lands caucus is also forming under the premise that public lands reach across party lines. If you want to stay informed about the bills going through Senate that will have a major impact on the high desert, you can find links to everything mentioned here on our website, Z107.7 FM.com. The High Desert Artist Gallery launches its biggest fundraiser of the year with a special opening reception tonight. Reporter Hillary Sloan has more.
The nonprofit High Desert Artist Gallery invites the community to an opening reception on Saturday, June 21st, from 5 to 7 p.m. at the gallery in Old Town Yucca Valley. The event features a silent and live auction fundraiser with over 100 donated works from more than 50 artists. Guests can browse a diverse collection of sculptures, paintings, jewelry, photography, prints, fiber art, ceramics, and mixed media, featuring contributions from Simi Daba, Steve Riemann, Mike Smiley, Snake Jagger, R.C. Gorman, Bev Doolittle, and other international artists. The silent auction will open online on June 18th via Give Butter, with a live auction scheduled for July 11th during a special gala. There is also a private performance by local duo Casa Zulo for one winning bidder. Raffle prizes are generously donated by local businesses, including Rainbow Stew Goobler Orchids, Joshua Tree Distilling Company, and the Beauty Bubble. Sponsors include Z107.7 Radio, High Desert Publishing, Edward Jones, and Kevin and Cheyenne Savoy. For more information on the auction, visit Z107.7FM.com. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
In honor of Pride Month, the Firehouse in North Joshua Tree will be hosting their Burn Bright Queer Celebration this Sunday from 6 p.m. to midnight. Reporter Gabriel Hart sheds further light on the festivities open to all.
Sponsored by Desert Rat Roasters and Urban Soul Farmer, Burn Bright, a queer celebration, features games, food, drinks, tarot readings, a DJ dance party, and live music by Shotgun Froggy and the Boom, who you are hearing right now. The event will feature a very special guest performance by Lady Shalane. Hailing from Tennessee, Shalane has become a high desert legend in drag entertainment since her early days as an Elvis impersonator. Known for her radiant style and magnetic stage presence, Lady Shalane delights audiences with humor and charm as she reinterprets classic hits. There will be a seed and zine pop-up by Urban Soul Farmer and coffee shots by Desert Rat Roasters to get you home. Live music from 6 to 8 p.m., DJ dance party from 8 to 10 p.m., and a queer speakeasy with tarot and spoken word from 10 p.m. to midnight. The event is free and open to the public at 65430 Winters Road in North Joshua Tree. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
It's a backyard barbecue this Sunday in 29 Palms. Rustle up yourself some hot dogs and hop onto the Mechanical Bull, though maybe not in that order. Here's hot dog and party animal Jeff Harmatz with more.
Hosted by the historic Plaza in 29 Palms with grant funding from the city of 29 Palms, everyone is invited to this afternoon of food, music, dancing, and fun. Expect delicious grilled food from the Cactus, drinks in the beer garden and cocktail bar, yard games, a mechanical bull ride, live music from Los Poncho Tones, and country line dancing under the stars with Nikki Liker. Expect surprise musical performances and with what might be the best deal in town, $2 hot dogs. The Backyard Barbecue Party begins tomorrow at 4 p.m. and runs until 9 p.m. at the historic plaza at the intersection of Adobe Road and 2 Mile Road in 29 Palms. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmetz.
The Desert Salon and Mojave Mallows present S'mores and Stories, an annual fireside reading event taking place tomorrow night at 8 p.m. at Mas o Menos. Reporter Gabriel Hart rejoins us with this year's lineup of readers and a chat with Desert Salon's Lexi Pandel to gather a brief history of the event.
This year's S'mores and Stories local writers include Angelus, Jennifer Lewis, Alexandra Martinez, and Eleanor Whitney. Visiting writers from the Desert Salon Writing Retreat include Janet Lacoe Alexander, Larry Burns, Tiffany Kelly, and organizer Lexi Pandel, who gave a brief history of how this annual event came to be.
So I founded the Desert Salon Writing Retreat in 2018, and we had been meeting once a year in Joshua Tree for a writer's retreat, mostly California-based writers, but we also had some folks coming in from New York, even a writer from Australia. And then 4 years ago, Stephanie Chan from Mojave Mallows reached out with this great idea to start a reading series called S'mores and Stories. So the idea would be that we would have fireside readings and follow that up with s'mores roasting. So we've done that every year for 4 years now, and every year it kind of gets better and better.
This Sunday, S'mores and Stories will be holding a raffle to benefit the Joshua Tree National Park Association with a grand prize of a 2-night stay at Neptune Moon Lodge in Joshua Tree. Other prizes include items from JTNPA, Mas o Menos, and High Desert Times, plus signed books from guest authors. Each raffle entry is $10, but the event is otherwise free with complimentary marshmallows provided to roast by Mojave Mallows. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
And that's your local news for Saturday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 News team, I'm Robert Hayden.